All right, Stacey Ann. Okay, so listen, you've made it to your 40s and 50s, and you're thinking, now what? Okay, so today, entering this phase of your life is going to take on a whole new meaning. There's no midlife crisis here. You're going to roar into the second half of your life with the help of Michael Clinton. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. So great to be with you. Hello, hello.
I'm very intrigued by all of this because when I entered this year, I'm 47, I had an epiphany. And it was, I think I am alive longer than I will be alive, if that makes sense. And so for about 5 minutes, I had a heart attack because I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? Crazy?
Well, if you're 45 and healthy, or 47 or 50, there's really a good shot that you might live to be 90 and even 100.
All right.
So you got a lot of living to do.
Okay, I like that. So for folks at home, to get to know you a little bit better, you're a longtime publishing executive and you have a new book. What did you do to change the trajectory of the second part of your life?
Yeah, well, thank you. I was a longtime magazine publishing executive, and I took on in my 50s a great project, which was to run a marathon on every continent. So I celebrated my 60th birthday by running a marathon on Antarctica.
Wow.
To wrap it up. So that was a pretty awesome experience. I went back to school and got a master's degree in my 60s at Columbia in nonprofit philanthropy as a way to give back. And next year, I'm planning to launch a new social purpose-based business. So I call it rewiring. You know, we're always rewiring into the next.
Well, I have to say, congratulations on running a marathon, period, regardless of which continent it was, but extra points for running one in Antarctica. You give us tips on how we can roar, and we'll talk about what roar means, how you can roar into your second half of life. And the first thing you say to do is reimagine yourself. You reimagined being a publisher into running a marathon.
Yeah, you know, we have the opportunity to reimagine ourselves before others do it for us. So right now, as you know, everyone is thinking about, am I in the right job? Am I with the right partner? Am I living in the right place? And the pandemic really exacerbated that. So, you know, on the work front, you know, you can pivot in your company or your industry and learn something new. In my business, it was a print-based business, the magazine business, but you had to pivot into the digital side to really learn that. Or you make the decision to pivot out. And at midlife, you now, you know, may want to go back to something that you gave up a long time ago. There's a great story in the book about a business executive who really wanted to be in the social work, social justice world. And he at 50 made that decision to pivot out and go and chase his dreams. So now's the time to do it.
All right, so we say reimagine yourself. The O of roar is own who you are. What does that mean?
Yeah, you know, you got to, at midlife now, you are who you are. You've had a whole collection of experiences, which makes you, you. You've made some good decisions, some bad decisions, but, you know, own them and move forward, but also own your numbers. It's amazing to me how many people who are 45 and 50 don't know their blood pressure or their heart rate, you know, just basic fundamentals. It's so important for a healthy, long life. So know your numbers, know your financial numbers. Think about your final number. I mean, we're all going to leave the earth someday. What's your legacy? What do you want to contribute? What's your purpose?
Right, which leads us to the A for roar, which is act on what's next.
Act on what's next is your action plan. You know, in the book, I interviewed 40 amazing people who all created a new action plan in midlife. They completely changed their lives based on an area that they wanted to change. You can't take it all on at once, but pick the one area and go deep. And there's a great chapter on life layering, which is a concept to really build out a rich and fulfilling life for yourself.
And lastly, reassess your relationships.
You know, I'm in the magazine business, and the word that we love is edit, edit, edit. You know, edit out the people who are not supporting you, who are not part of your posse, who really believe in what you're doing. By the way, that can be, you know, family members or friends or people that you work with, but really reassess those relationships because they're the ones who are going to help you lift into the new change that you want to create for yourself moving forward.
I love this. Michael Clinton, thank you so much for imparting your wisdom. It's really a pleasure, and I think, these are tips not just for people in their midlife, but just for people in life in general. So we appreciate it.
Thank you. You can roar at any time in your life. Thanks so much.
And you can
Great
pick up,
to be with you.
thank you so much. You can pick up Roar into the second half of your life before it's too late, which is available now.
I like